Welcome to We've Got Words, the podcast no one asked for. I'm your host, Brent, alongside my other fantastic co-host, Cam. How you doing?
I'm a little upset right now.
Yeah, why are you upset?
You called me your co-host.
I did. You know what?
I am not a co-host. I am also a host.
Here was the problem. You were a host. When we did the practice runs, I called you my host. You were equal. I gave you all these nice things to say. And then what happened literally like 2 minutes before we sat down?
Okay, so I may have broken some things.
You may have.
I may or may not have fucked up my mic arm a little bit, and it's very jerry-rigged. Is that the term? Jerry-rigged right now, and it can't move.
No, it can't move.
I've been told I cannot touch my mic.
Yes, no, you cannot. Because what makes this even better, Cam, is we've been struggling. This is our first episode. We've been trying to record this for so long, and it's been failing because of audio quality. We came over to test, right? And it was finally great. It was perfect. All the settings were dialed in. The layout was great. And then we go to hit record for the actual episode, and everything gets fucked up.
That's show business, baby.
So then everything gets fucked up, right? We get it put back together. Your mic arm is in the right spot. And then we have to dial all the settings. Cool, we're ready to go. And then you scream into the mic and you blow all the settings out of proportion, and I have to reset all of them.
Okay, but to be fair, I was screaming, fuck it, let's do it live. And that's the best way to start a show.
Okay, not when it breaks everything. What's even better, if I may add a third thing, you're doing all this, right? But the person actually editing and finding out all of these issues is not you.
I am here for comic relief and content.
I will edit for about 3 or 4 hours, and I'll say, Cam, this doesn't work. This is why. This is what the stuff we have to work on. If you could do this for me, go, okay, cool. Instantly fuck it up and give me like 12 new problems.
Okay, but to be fair, who keeps you on your toes better than me?
I will say the one thing you are good at is providing bonus episodes, because all of our first attempts and all the little outtakes we have, eventually, I think we should maybe put them out as like bonus episodes.
I think that would be a fantastic idea. I want our listeners to be able to kind of like comment and respond and say if that's something they want to hear. I promise there is going to be a plethora of bonus episodes because of what I do when I sit down in this chair and make his life hell. So I think if you guys want to hear Brent pretty much have an aneurysm, tell us you want to hear the bonus shows, and it may even be the bonus show is better than the regular show because I'm running it.
Yeah, definitely not that. But also, if you want to see anything too, we do have a video. We can barely figure this out, so we're gonna wait on the video. But if you would like a video podcast,
I lost this argument because I thought that our video component should be in OnlyFans, and Brent was not on board with that idea, and he thought people would get the wrong impression.
I'm fine with that.
That's not the conversation we had off the mic. I said, you know what we should do for a video podcast? We should just do an OnlyFans.
Yeah, well, that made it sound like you
already have a bed in the studio.
That was okay, see, this is the difference. You were trying to make it sound like you were going to fuck me.
I wasn't going to fuck you.
All right. We can have an OnlyFans with
but
other people.
If someone wants to see me give you a back massage, are you going to say no?
If they pay.
Yeah, if someone pays $10, $20, $20.
$5.
$5?
Well, yeah, I'll get a massage. I don't care,
What if I'm also shirtless?
No, see, why do you have to be shirtless?
Well, you got to play into some stuff.
I don't think you do.
Okay. I don't have to be shirtless.
Okay. Yeah, so let us know any other ideas you want to see that.
Yeah, me and Brent will make custom videos for people.
Mainly the advice we want to hear is like, should we have like a TikTok or an Instagram or YouTube, but hey, if you have ideas like that, you can send them to nooneaskpod@gmail.com. I'm pretty sure.
No, that's exactly right.
Oh,
I can promise you that. Here's the other thing too, though. We also don't necessarily have to care what they say because they didn't ask for this podcast anyway. So, I mean, we can just throw videos at them and TikToks. We'll flood the market.
That's true. And know what's going to be weird? Because eventually people are gonna, want this podcast, and then we have to stop doing it because then it kind of defeats the premise of the show.
No, then it will be all bonus episodes.
Okay, well, that's good.
Because then When we get really popular, then I'll take over, and you'll just have to just sit there, and I'm just gonna throw shit at you.
That sounds
It's gonna
great.
be the name of the podcast will be throw shit at Brent and see what sticks.
Might have to do some workshops.
It's a working title.
But
it's a working title.
Those, hey, that's all in the future, maybe. All right. But this is hopefully going to be the first episode if we can actually put it out and, this actually works.
Yeah. No, I think it'll be a great first episode.
So for the people just listening to episode 1, what can they expect, Cam? Like what's the kind of the premise?
What we want to do here on the podcast is help the world. A lot of people have problems, they have issues, they have dilemmas in their lives, and they need the smartest people around to help them out with that. And so that's what we want to do. So, I mean, for now, until we, build up a following and everything, we're going to go on Reddit. We're going to find some stories, tell someone if they're an asshole or not, maybe give them some advice. Generally kind of just
maybe make
helping.
A ruling that holds up in court.
Yeah, because everything that we say will be law. Because, I mean, that's just a factual statement.
That is true. That is a factual statement.
I'd love to move to a place where our listeners can submit their own stories or anything like that, and then we can help them out, and it's a little bit of audience participation, which always goes a long way.
And hopefully you are as insane and crazy as these people on the internet. I mean, you would have to be because you are also internet people if you're listening to this. But man, let me tell you, I thought I was fucking a whack job. These guys, crazy.
If you didn't think there was worse people out there than us, you don't get out enough.
So the way this is going to work is before the show, I've, got some topics off Reddit. You got some topics off Reddit. I kind of skimmed through mine. I know you didn't fucking read anything. But I'm going to have you read these and then we're going to kind of make a judgment, if you will. All right. So Cam, this first one, all right, based on title alone, is called Am I the Asshole for Telling My Parents I Hope the Baby Doesn't Make It?
What the fuck?
Now just hearing
Who
the
says
title,
that to their parents?
well, you'll find out. But just actually, this is natural_plain 6333. All right.
You missed one of the underscores. Before the numbers, there's also an underscore.
The underscores are just like spaces.
But they're underscores.
You ignore them. All right. So I'll have you read this, but before you kind of dig deep into this, do you think that he has a reason for? Because you would think that you wouldn't want to say that, right? That's pretty fucked up.
So what I'm thinking is he's probably already at an age where he doesn't want a sibling. Like he feels like his parents are too old to have another kid like late in their life.
So like if you're like in your 30s, you would be like, Mom, Dad, don't have parents. That would make sense. Okay.
Yeah, like if your parents are up there in age, that's a big stress, A, on them, and B, on the family. They might be, if it's coming from like a good place, like you're worried about your parents being able to manage everything without fucking that kid up, I can maybe see that. But I feel like it's going to be a tough sell to, say this to your parents and not be a prick.
Yeah. Yeah, so that makes sense, but I'm going to tell you right now, that seems too logical, where it's like, if they were older in age or whatever, that would make sense. Yeah, this is not that. Cam, let's get into it.
Okay. I, 18-year-old female, living with my parents in their apartment and with 4 other siblings.
A lot of kids.
Yeah, youngest being 2. So that's definitely a lot.
But she's only 18, so the parents could be younger, like.
Yeah. There's a chance. We also don't know if she is the oldest.
Yeah, true.
So there could be older. So we don't really know anything about the parents yet. Let me rewind a little for some context. My family struggles so much because of debt. I love when they just do not grammatically have anything making sense.
Oh yeah, no, these people in Reddit.
It makes me want to read it in like an accent. Because my family struggles so much because of that, and they're keeping a roof under our heads.
Because here's the thing, I can't read, but like sometimes it's not me. It's actually how it's written.
Yeah, no, 100%. Like if I'm taking it slow, it's because I really want to make sure I'm not sounding worse than this person already does.
All right, but so far, good. They're struggling in debt.
To keep a roof over our heads while being fed. Part of that is because of having so many kids.
Now that's She doesn't know that, though. I mean, it's probably, right? Playing devil's advocate.
Yeah, hypothetically, the parents don't have the best of jobs. They already have, what is it? Yeah, it's 5 kids, including the speaker. So, I mean, it's probably, it's a lot of money to keep up with kids, buying them even just food, and affording a place to live that fits everybody. I get that.
But there's also probably more going on, right? It's not like, oh, I'm having kids and I'm fucking everything up because I'm having kids. It's like, no, there's probably some hardships there. There's probably more going on than an 18-year-old girl knows, right? Probably.
Yeah, that would be my guess, unless her parents are oversharing.
That's also true. I didn't think of that, but let's see. All right, continue on.
My parents fight or argue almost every day, usually because of bills and just money problems in general. It gets so toxic to the point, if my mom is mad because of my dad, then she's mad at all of us.
She's one of those.
Even at my 2-year-old sister. Just looking at any of us makes her fill with rage and telling all of us just to go to hell.
Not a good mother. Probably don't tell your children just to go to hell.
I can understand if she's stressed, but you can't take that out on the family.
Yeah.
I know I came from, luckily, a very stable and decent household. Well, one rule that my parents have is like, we don't fight in front of the kids. Like, you can have a fight in private, but you don't fight in front of the kids because it makes the kids in an uncomfortable position.
That should be a rule. And then also, though, maybe regardless, don't tell your parents that they hope the kid doesn't make it.
Yeah, no, that's still an extreme. I don't.
Maybe both don't.
I don't necessarily think she's justified yet.
Oh, yet. Okay. All right.
Could there be a justification? Potentially. I'm open to it.
All right.
But,
Again, I only skim, so I hope there is, but I do not know.
Yeah, let's see if we can find some redemption for this 18-year-old female.
Let's read on.
This forces me to take mom role and watch over my siblings because my mom doesn't want to do anything for us when she's angry. That's tough. That's parentification.
She also shouldn't be doing it, though.
No, I mean, so she probably feels responsible because the role has been thrust upon her. She doesn't want to see her family fall apart. It has nothing to do with like her siblings.
So she cares for her siblings. Yet she does not want another one.
Because she's probably overworked herself. She's probably in a similar situation of the parents where she's also stressed. I mean, you're 18, you're in college, you're figuring out job stuff. That's a lot going on. You also have relationships going on, friendships, all that stuff. It's a lot to throw at someone. And then to also make that 18-year-old have to act like a parent, that's difficult. That's not their job.
Yes. So this sounds kind of like it could go either way right now. Like the parents are being pretty shitty, but now it gets funny. All right, here's the funny part. I think we were right here. Go ahead.
Okay. The only time I ever see my parents even slightly happy is the day after they had sex. And oh man, with our thin walls, you can hear everything in that room.
So now that explains.
Nice.
Now that explains the kids. They're always having sex, always fucking having kids.
Well, not necessarily always having sex. She said they're only happy. They're only slightly happy the day after they have sex. So it sounds like they're probably not having that much sex.
Or
because if they're stressed that much all the time and they don't seem happy, it's probably a rare occasion.
But let me paint a different picture for you, maybe. Okay,
Hit me with it, Picasso.
They're only happy when they're having sex, right? That we know is a fact.
After they have sex.
Okay, so
they could be hate fucking each other and not happy at all.
I
post
yes.
sex, they seem
but sex needs to happen for them to be happy.
It's what it sounds like from this equation.
Okay, that's like a cause and effect type thing. All right. So, they also are having another kid, and they have it would be a total of 6 then, right? It's her, the 4 siblings, and then another kid, right? And the daughter does not want that to happen. So therefore, she's secretly rooting for her parents not to be happy. Because they have to have sex in order to be happy. But if the kid says no more kids, then they can't have sex because clearly they can't do it right.
I mean, my guess is that they're not using condoms because they're a married couple. And if someone's pregnant here, it sounds like no one got their tubes tied or snipped.
I think he needs to get snipped.
Probably.
Right? I mean,
that would be the best solution.
We'll keep going, but like
that would be the solution for not having a baby. I mean, you already have enough kids.
Because then
you save up for that.
Because maybe the parents are like, you think I want kids? I don't want kids. We just have to be happy or else we're going to be yelling at you. That's also a fair statement. So maybe like they have the same, maybe they don't want the kid either. Maybe they just want to have sex, but they don't know the solution to doing it without having kids.
Well, okay, well, that easy thing. Go get fucking snipped.
Yeah, that's what I would say.
I mean, or wear a condom.
Just get snipped.
Well, I mean, yeah, but we don't know budget stuff.
They seem really stupid, though. They really seem really stupid. They need to make it.
These parents don't seem like they're great, But right now, my advice for the parents is always be fucking.
Yeah,
because that's what's going to keep the household intact. If they're happy and they're being able to fulfill all of their duties, always be fucking.
Yeah.
That being said, wear a condom or get snipped. I would say pull out. Now, I hope they're at least doing that.
Clearly not.
But apparently not.
I mean, all right, here's the thing. That's advice, but we don't even know the rest of the story yet.
That's a fair point.
Let's see if it changes anything.
I finally had the courage a few months ago to complain once about the noise. I've been dealing with it for years, and that it makes me uncomfortable, especially considering my 2-year-old sister is in the same room.
Yeah, their parents are, dude, they take always be fucking to heart, bro. They don't give a fuck.
No, that's not okay.
Yeah, no shit. It's
that
not
is, no, you don't have sex in front of your 2-year-old. That these people you need to call DCF on these people.
Like if it was like, oh, my 6-month-old baby, okay, I'm gonna let it slide. 2 is getting to be like real people age.
Yeah, that's like that's a whole ass motherfucking person right there.
Yeah, like they're gonna remember that.
That's gonna be some deep trauma. That kid's good. Just give that kid therapy now.
Yeah, the same room is wild. All right, continue.
And they told her that she needed to mind her own business. Apparently,
yeah,
that was the end of that sentence. Yeah,
yeah, they were not happy about it.
Like fucking,
the parents
don't
think
be having loud sex like that.
The parents think they are right.
Or buy your kids fucking noise canceling headphones, and then that means every time you're gonna have sex, fucking tell the kids, "Hey, get your headphones on."
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I was just scrolling. I forgot how fucking long this is. We're not even at the climax yet. You know what I'm saying? Go on.
I've explained further that since my mom is allergic to all kinds of protection,
we found out. We found the answer.
It is so likely that she's going to get pregnant, and it'll be more money down the drain. Nope, didn't care. Keep in mind, they're really against abortion, so that wasn't even an option in their book.
All right, so it looks like might have to get snipped.
Well, either that or fucking pull out.
Clearly, he can.
Oh, better idea. Just anal.
Okay, anal could be a solution potentially.
Condom.
I mean, yeah. But I mean, yeah, because it seems like if they're worried about money, yeah, I know some of those surgeries are expensive. A lot cheaper than getting all these fucking kids.
And it costs no money to take it in the ass.
And you don't have to pay for therapy
or pull out
for your 2-year-old afterwards, too, from watching you have sex.
Oh, no. They have to already. There's already so much trauma in that kid.
No, I feel like I imagine a world where they make that their bit. Like the kid's like 15, they go, come on, in the room where you're going to watch me have sex.
Would that even be considered a cuck? I don't think so. What is it if you get off to fucking in front of your children?
Oh, I thought you meant that you get off by seeing your parents fuck. I was like, what does that mean?
Oh, no.
Oh, you were.
You think the kid is going to tell them to go in the room? I pictured the parents going to the kid and be like, hey, stop your homework. Me and your mother are going to fuck. We need you to watch.
I mean, yeah, that might be illegal.
I think
might be illegal.
I think it's illegal both ways. I don't think if you think it's legal for your son to just be like, whoa, hey, get in the room with mom and fuck the shit out of her right now.
I don't know.
You're like, I don't know, like, mom's cooking. I don't fucking care. You get in that room and you fuck right now.
Maybe we don't worry about the legality of things. We just worry about the fake court legality. Let's read on.
Regardless, these parents suck.
Yeah.
And if they're fucking in front of their children, I don't think we need another person for them to fuck in front of. Or else they should just, if they want to be watched when they're getting fucked, they should just be porn stars.
Yeah. Oh, that brings me up a story. I'll get back to it at the end. But we'll see what she has to say.
Both of my parents work, so I usually have to take care of my siblings, especially the 2-year-old. That's tough. That's a lot of pressure.
Especially a 2-year-old. I mean, oh my God.
A 2-year-old that's been watching them fuck for years.
I just imagine like her giving like therapy to the 2-year-old, but the parents are still fucking in the background.
Not in the back. Like, oh, when you say the background, you mean like directly in the background.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because
Yeah. Absolutely.
they need that kid there to fuck.
Exactly.
This has drove me to drop out of school in my junior year because of the stress it had on me and my performance in school. Oh man, the drama that came with it was insane. I was called a bunch of names and insults by my mom, such as lazy, slob, disappointment, brat, ungrateful, bad influence on my siblings, and too far as calling me a bitch.
Just to name a few, by the way. I don't know if you saw that. Just to name a few.
Just to name a few.
That list was not all like inclusive. There's more. That's funny.
Yeah, I mean, this mom seems very unstable. Doesn't seem like a very good mom.
Now,
So
wonder how the father is in all this, because clearly he's fucking around the 2-year-old. That's not good. But like, it seems like her problem was like with the mother.
yeah, it sounds like the dad's kind of like I kind of picture him right now as like that sitcom dad that's kind of just like going along with everything the mom does, and like he's super understanding about it. Like the mom's fucking screaming at the girl, mom walks away, girl just looks at dad, and dad's just like
Like
That's your mother.
He's got better things to
crazy,
be worried
isn't
about.
she? Need a hug?
All right, we'll keep reading.
Okay. Even when explaining my plans, saying I was going to get my GED and go to a trade school after that, nope. They want me to go to college. I've explained to them part of the reason they're even in debt is because of their college debt. Ooh, they got even more mad.
Now, I mean, yeah, I'm a big advocate for college, but also, I mean, if you dropped out of like high school, right? Like, then maybe, I don't know, that might be not just the career path for you. Not your fault. No fault of your own.
Yeah, I think it's good on her because it seems like she's trying to adapt.
So I'm agreeing with her where she probably shouldn't go, but I wouldn't normally agree with her.
Well, I think what it comes down to is that she shouldn't have to not go. She should be able to say, you guys get your shit together. Now I'm going to get my GED and then move on to college.
Also,
you know what I mean? She kind of needs to tell her mom to fuck off.
I'm also not taking the parents' side here, right? Clearly, they've been awful people. But, I mean, there's no way. I mean, unless there's more going on, there's no way that their college debt is the reason they're in the position that they are in right now. Like, I know it has an effect, but there's probably more going on.
Circumstances are tough, dude. I mean, the world's a crazy place. There's sometimes where people just have bad luck. You know, you can have the best degree in the world, but maybe a job goes under and you can't get back on your feet. Maybe, I mean, they have debt with all the kids. I'm sure there's other struggles that came along with that. They could have had better jobs and had to get worse jobs because of other things. So I get that part.
I also am shocked about this whole thing that they went to college because I'm not going to lie. They seem like the type of people that did not go to college.
They also just seem fucking stupid regardless.
All right, but let's go to present day.
Present day. The loud noise continue, boom.
They still fucking, always be fucking.
My mom announces she's expecting a baby.
Shocker.
As soon as I heard that, I feel my body boiling and just snapped. Basically telling them how horrible parents they are, how inconsiderate and selfish they are, and our situation. The yelling back and forth was just insane. I even told them I hope the baby doesn't make it for their own sake, and that I'm leaving this hellhole.
Now, here's the thing. Parents are awful people. Maybe still don't say that. I mean, I know you're in the moment, right? You're so angry.
Not only that, I mean, you're in the moment, and she's only 18. I'm sure there's a little bit of maturing that will come.
True.
Because that's when you're a kid, when you're younger, she's not a kid. When you're younger, you tend to not necessarily mean as much of what you say sometimes, especially when you're in an argument.
But that's like saying, I hope my sister dies. Like, that's maybe.
I mean, at the same time, though.
So I feel for you, but choice words, right? You're not an asshole because of the situation, but I don't want you to think, oh, I'm okay to say this to people. No. Anyways, but she wants to leave, right? So let's see what her plans are.
I'm planning to move with my boyfriend and continue my GED. Part of me feels so guilty saying what I said and having in my mind that I'm leaving my siblings with these people just like my older brother did to me. He's 32 now. That's a big age gap. So these must be relatively older parents.
So she was not. Yeah, she was not.
I mean, they have to be older than 32.
So we know of a 2-year-old, right? Her 32. I mean, that's a big range.
These parents have to be like in their 40s, 50s, like late 40s or 50s and up.
Yeah, I mean, you got someone from every generation.
Yeah, that's
pretty much.
That's tough. But I mean, that's definitely on them, on the parents at that point.
So she also, by the way, this gets better because so she posted that, right? And I would clearly say that the parents are interesting people. They're like, yeah, don't say that generally, but they kind of had it coming. You do you. It seems like she's trying. She doesn't seem stupid, right? Parents are pieces of shit. Kind of get over it. Like I wouldn't think too much into it. She did have 2 edits though. So this is the first edit.
Okay. I had a few people say that I should have gotten a job to help with the bills. The thing is, I did have one. At 16, I had a part-time job to help my parents with the bills, but eventually had to quit because of the amount of stress and pressure it had on me to be doing school and watching 4 siblings, besides helping a little with the bills. I also hid some for myself in the future, and it came to use.
Yeah, I mean, I would say if your parents are that shitty, fuck them with the bills. Unless if it's like, oh, I give them $200 and I live here. That's better than, you getting an apartment or something on your own or with your boyfriend. But if it's like, oh no, they want me to pay $1,600 and like the fucking full rent or mortgage or whatever it is, yeah, fuck that. Leave. Fuck them.
It sounds like the parents were expecting her whole paycheck, which, I mean, it's going to be a part-time job, if you're only 16. It sounds like the parents are probably expecting the whole paycheck, and it's like that's a lot.
Yeah, and that
especially
I don't know.
She's working and she's also helping taking care of the kids.
Yeah, I don't know if that's kind of the case, but it wouldn't put it past these parents. And then this was the second edit.
I had some suggested that my dad should get a vasectomy.
Oh, that's what we thought. Yeah.
And trust me, I tried that too, but he seriously said, and I quote, "I'm afraid it would remove the manly part of me." That's not how science works.
Well, here's the thing, though. So he is totally a dad that's just in the background who's going like, "No, I'm a man. Fuck that." And he was just, when they were going at it with the mother, not even caring.
He was chilling. He was probably just having like a drink, just watching the show.
No, here's the thing. If he's doing it as a bit where he's like, this family's fucked and I'm just here for the ride, yeah, that's a hilarious thing to say. Good for you. But like, if that's what you believe, yeah, I know why you're with the mother now.
So basically, he said he's worried that his schlong won't get hard anymore. Yeah, he said that.
What a great word, schlong.
Actually ridiculous. He much rather my mom get tubes tied. Sorry, Jesus.
I mean, that is tubs, I think.
No. Tubs doesn't have the E. It's tubes because it's TUBES.
What's TUEBS? Did I make that up?
Yep.
Let's finish it up.
After the hell and amount of blood loss from the last 2 births. They also said that the procedures are too expensive. Even when I tried explaining to them, a child is even more expensive. We also kind of brought that up. I can't win with them, really.
I mean, honestly, it seems like she's bringing up the same things we're bringing up. So I think you don't have to feel guilty. Maybe, don't wish that their unborn children die. Maybe that's the only red flag. Other than that, I think you're doing what you're doing.
Yeah, honestly, at the end of the day, I don't think you're the asshole. I don't think you're at fault here.
Yeah, I don't think we have to get involved. I don't think she needs our this to be settled in our court. Like, I feel like she's already doing what she's got to do. There's nothing else, There's nothing else that she should be doing. The parents, however,
the parents need some fucking work. Dude. Yeah, the parents need to get their shit together. But this girl is not at fault.
Let me tell you, I've got word for the parents.
Yeah, you tell their parents to fucking listen to this, and we'll tell them some shit. But also, they should keep fucking if that's the only thing that makes them happy. Also, if the only thing that makes you happy is having sex with your wife, just get a divorce, man. Or you're clearly not happy.
Or just be okay with, your wife and your husband fucking other people.
Oh yeah, I mean they could transition to a polyamorous relationship.
Now, how
but
would
then
that
but
fuck
then-
up the kids? Don't know.
I mean, I don't think that would fuck up the kids. But the thing is okay. So if the only thing that made you guys happy around each other was having sex, and then you remove having sex with each other, you're just going to have the arguments.
Who knows? Maybe they
Or
would
do
be
you
happy.
think? Do you think if they're getting sex from other people, it'll improve their moods at home with each other?
I think maybe try it.
It could be a thing.
Yeah.
I mean, here the way I see it right now, I guess, is either get a divorce or be polygamous.
Yeah. I mean,
Either way, if you be polygamous and it ruins the marriage, well, you get a divorce.
I'm not saying I'm not going to make a ruling on this. I think like I can give suggestions. If you would like to make a ruling, you can take the gavel and make a ruling. But I think I've gave some suggestions and that's all I think. But I'm not going to make them do anything. I really don't care about these people. If I'm being honest.
I will make one ruling because I do want to hit the gavel.
Okay, now if you hit the gavel, do not break anything.
I will not break anything.
All right.
But,
So when this doesn't come out,
my ruling that I need to send is always be fucking. That's the ruling to the parents. Always be fucking, because that is if that's the only thing that's making you happy right now. I hear you. I get that.
I won't hit the gavel, but I'll sign my name on that paper. Excellent.
Fucking
All right.
nailed that, dude.
So that was the first one. Cam, this is the other one I got for you.
Is this one also obnoxiously long?
No, I think this one's pretty short. Like, this is so
okay.
short
No,
that
no,
I
that's
could
good.
even read
That's
it.
a paragraph.
But I also don't want to read it.
No, that's totally fine.
All right. So
do
this
you
one,
not want to know it because you're worried that... Did you post this?
No.
Are you sure you didn't
not.
post this?
No, I just think this is something that people don't post because it's pretty apparent, right?
Well, this question comes from designer-byte-6070. Now, they ask, how do I know if I'm bisexual or not?
Now, that's a great question. Cam, how do you know?
Well, if you become aroused or have any sort of attraction to someone of the opposing sex or gender identity, you're most likely some form of either bisexual or it could be. I know they have
Could be
different
gay.
ones.
It could be
I
gay.
mean, yeah. You could be gay. Any of the sexualities other than straight.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
there are some people that are only attracted to personalities. And
Yeah,
if you're
whatever
only
it is.
attracted
But
to a male
bisexual,
personality, but you're also physically attracted to females.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's considered bisexuality, but it means you're not sure.
But everyone knows what that means. It's pretty right. But here's the thing. That's like a very basic and trimmed down version. Clearly, Designer Byte is going through a lot more things that maybe this is a tough question. So let's find out. I
would love to.
Go ahead.
Hi. Love that.
Love that.
Greeting.
Yeah.
Sweetheart. 19-year-old female. For as long as I can remember, I've always questioned if I liked women or not.
Okay, so right there, probably, yeah, bisexual.
I mean, at that point, I say, go feel a tit.
Because let me ask
Go
you this,
grab a
Cam.
boob.
Right? I'm gonna ask you two
See what
simple. I'm
happens.
gonna ask you two simple questions. Are you bisexual?
No.
And have you ever been attracted to a man?
Oh, that's a tough question.
Okay,
though.
no. All right. I'm not even gonna get into that.
Paul Rudd. Fucking love that guy.
Because you should
Handsome
also-
dude. Because I can respect when someone is attractive, but I don't necessarily want anything to do with them sexually.
Would you fuck Paul Rudd?
No.
Would it? If he came up to you and was like, "Come on,"
Who's gonna find out?
no one.
Do it.
You might be bisexual. All right,
I might do it. Under certain circumstances, I think everyone's got a gay pass.
Okay, so you're saying, "Am I bisexual?" Seems like a stupid question, but it's really not.
Who
Like-
do you think is the most attractive male celebrity?
I don't know many male celebrities.
You don't know any male celebrities?
I don't. None that I'm
All right, we'll go
attracted
from
to.
our childhood. George Clooney. You think he's a handsome guy?
God, no.
You don't think George Clooney's a handsome guy?
No. I don't know. I've only really seen him when he's old, so
He looks better. He's a silver fox, dude.
I don't think that. I don't like old people.
All right, John Cena.
Why? I mean, he's a good guy. I wouldn't fuck him. I mean,
Ryan Gosling.
no.
Ryan Reynolds.
Yes, because people say I look like him.
No one's ever said that.
I say that.
Yeah, don't say people. One person, and that person is you, not the external people.
Cam, here's the
But you
thing.
still said yes, so I win.
No, because it's not gay if you fuck yourself. Cam, that's a
He's
whole
not
debate.
okay, but it's not yourself. It's you look like him.
It could be my clone.
I've been told I look like Bob Saget. That doesn't make
you
me
are
Bob Saget.
You could be. But I'm pretty sure he could be a clone of me. That we'll unpack this later.
You know what? Some girl in an app told me that I looked like Noah Khan.
I don't think
That's
I like
so
him.
ridiculous.
I also don't think I like him.
I don't mind him. I have nothing against him, but I don't think I look like him at all. I was like, what the fuck?
Not gonna lie. For the longest time, I thought he was a comedian. I didn't know who he was. But I knew the name, so I would pretend like I knew who he was.
He sings Stixies.
Yeah, cool. More things that I won't remember.
You know that. If you heard that song, you'd know that song.
All right. Well, I was gonna ask you to sing it, but please don't, because you will fuck it up.
I'm not, I will. I will.
You will absolutely fuck it up.
Do that.
All right. Let's read her question though.
All right. I most definitely know I like men, but something has always been telling me I think I like women too, but I'm just not sure, and I feel so nervous about going on a date with one because I don't want them to be led on or feel like they are an experiment. Sometimes I think I truly do like women, but I think about the future and I can't see myself marrying one.
Okay. So like, here's the thing.
There's nothing wrong with any of that.
There's nothing wrong with that. You just described kind of being bisexual. She's like, oh, I want to try it out, or at least bi-curious.
Yeah, bi-curious.
That
that's
literally
exactly
exists. But like, if you like it, cool, then you're bisexual. If you don't, well, I mean, some people will have their opinions. I'm still gonna say, well, you're bisexual. But you know, then it becomes a little more like nuanced.
What I mean, so here's the thing. I think she's very worried about offending somebody, but I think she's also at young enough of an age where you're still in that phase where you're trying to figure things out. So even if you did, hook up with someone or go on a date with someone that was, in the same age range as you, and explain to them like, hey, I'm not gonna lie, like I feel like there's something here, but I'm not necessarily I'm not sure about my sexuality. Would you feel comfortable like seeing what happens? I feel like 9 out of 10 times they'd probably be like, okay, yeah, let's see how it goes. You just have to have that conversation.
I feel like you can go on a date with them, right? And I think it's all fine. Now, however, if you have sex with them and then you go, yeah, wasn't for me, I might say you like women enough to say you're bisexual, though.
Well, I mean,
if you're willing to go all the way, which is fine, there's nothing wrong with that, but I would still consider you to be bisexual.
If that's the only time they ever do it and they try it and they're like, no, that really wasn't for me, that doesn't necessarily make them bisexual. They just know that they're not.
Kim, you build 1,000 bridges. You suck one dick, you're a dick sucker, not a bridge builder, all right? You do. I mean, I'm just saying.
I do not agree with your logic, sir.
Some wise men said that.
The wise man is you. Stop saying things yourself and then putting it like it's other people saying it.
First off, I can do that. But second off, that was actually Riley.
Oh, well, Riley is a wise guy, but still. I don't agree with that logic.
But so far, I think everything is fine. You can go on a date with someone and then, I mean, but you shouldn't have to ask a question. Like, go on a date and tell me, like, I need more info. But maybe she gives it to us. All right, so I don't know how to feel about that.
I don't know how to feel about any of this. I'm not sure if there is some internalized homophobia. I don't know. I've always been supportive of the LGBTQIA plus community.
Here's the thing. You're probably not homophobic if you know all the letters. I mean, I didn't even know some of these letters.
Well, no, I think when she says...
What's IA?
Internalized, intersex and asexual, I believe.
I didn't even know that. So, I mean, clearly she's not homophobic because I wouldn't know that.
I mean, yeah, she seems culturally
not implying that I am. I'm just saying I didn't know that. So she seems well versed.
Yeah, I get that. Well, I mean, I know sometimes that it's tough to kind of know exactly what the exact words are there, but no, I mean, I think when she says internalized homophobia, it's almost like that, like you know how like growing up we always said gay is stupid. That's like an internalized homophobia where it's sometimes it's not necessarily that you think it's wrong, but it comes from like a cultural aspect where it's like when people used to say the R word a lot when we were kids and everything.
Yeah,
like that's like an unfortunate circumstance of your upbringing. If you recognize that and move forward, it's probably still lingering there somewhere in your mind, but you kind of are realizing that that's just a flawed way of viewing things.
Yeah. But all right, so let's see what else she has to say.
I have no negative feelings towards them. I'm not sure what to do, and I was just asked out by a... You moved the screen,
by a
bro.
girl, and I'm so scared.
I mean, come on. I'm so scared. Well, I was reading, and then the screen starts moving, and then I'm like, whoa, what the fuck is going on there?
I didn't even read this one, and I knew that's how that sentence was going to finish.
Oh, but I'm saying, like, when it moved, it was jarring.
But it seems to me this is the perfect opportunity for her. Like, You that's what you respond with. You say, I don't really know if I like am into that, but I would give it a shot. And she'd be like, okay.
Yeah, 100%.
Seems like
100%.
kind of handed to it on a golden platter.
The girl that I'm going out with is one of my friends who we matched on Tinder as a joke, but we talked and agreed on a date. Okay, so it may, you know what? It
As
could
a
have been,
joke, though?
Well, no,
I don't know.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's
She's
sometimes where even
bisexual.
I have, like, we have friends that I've matched with, and it's kind of like, oh, hey.
Are they also guys?
Like no, because
Okay.
I don't have anything set to girls. She was clearly questioning something, so she was kind of putting a fish out there.
Yeah, but like if that's what you were looking for, then I think you're just bisexual.
No, I think she's questioning. Questioning is an option. You can not know. I mean, it's one of those things. You don't know fire's hot until you get close enough.
But I wonder though. I don't know if they give us updates about their date, but I am curious.
I just don't know how I feel at all. 1 minute, I think this is great, and I know she's my type, but the next minute, I'm afraid I'm going to do something wrong and lead her on. Please, can someone help me? I really don't want to mess this up, especially since we have a very solid friend group together. I just don't know what to do, and it's making me anxious.
But I will say though, if you have a type of girl, I think you're bisexual.
I don't think it's a type of girl. I think it's a type of person. I think like if someone was like, I want someone taller than me. I want a blonde. I want someone who's funny. I want someone I feel safe around. Those are non-gendered types.
But I feel like if you said, Cam, what's your type? You're gonna describe a female.
I think it'll be non-gender specific. A lot of those descriptions are like personality based.
But
I mean, so I know what the confusion is. Anytime I've asked you that question, you give physical attributes.
No.
Where I look at type as more of like emotional personality.
But if you were gonna break down like in like generic terms, like your ideal partner, right? Like be basic. What is your ideal partner, right? We'll keep it vague. The first thing on that list for me, Cam, is female.
So the thing, I don't feel the need to point that out because I know I'm not attracted to males. So in my brain, everyone that is my type is female. She is questioning whether she may or may not be attracted to females. So her list is a little less specific than ours.
The only thing that's scary about this is that they're the friend group. Like that's a little like, how did that happen? But I think ultimately you go on the date, you figure it out. And it's fine if you're bisexual. You probably are.
Yeah, no, I think it's, regardless, it's good to at least go on the date and see how you feel. You know, if you're already questioning it, you should at least run with that thought to see where it gets you. Worst case scenario, you realize you don't like something. Best case scenario, you know something more about yourself. You know yourself better. And you have more opportunities to find someone that you can thrive in a relationship with.
Yeah, and you're probably bisexual, but
there's a chance you're bisexual. I wouldn't say probably.
Do you have any rulings for her? I don't think so. I mean, I think
no specific rulings. Just live your best life.
Women are great. Maybe she likes it.
Happy.
Yeah, I'm not advocating for her to be, but I mean, I'm just saying maybe she could go.
I'm advocating for her to figure it out.
Maybe she could go full lesbian. I mean, they're amazing, right?
I mean, nothing wrong with a lesbian. I love a good lesbian.
Let's see if
a lot of my female friends are lesbians.
Let's see if
or at least bi.
Let's see if this is a good segue. Do you think there's any lesbians in this story, Cam? So this is one of yours.
Oh God, I hope so.
I hope you would know the answer because this is your story. So I hope you.
I wasn't supposed to read it ahead of time.
All right, well I didn't, but this is keep falling in love with my professors, and this comes from. I'll let you take that name on.
Can you go over it so it's bigger? It looks like it's
no.
Kislasso?
Yep, that seems as good as it's going to get. So go ahead. Let's see her dilemma.
I'm a university student, 20-year-old female. And honestly, I have no idea why I keep falling for women older than me. Like, I'm talking 30, 35 plus here.
That's not that old. First off, 30 old, go fuck yourself. But I think it's fine.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I love older women.
Yeah.
I've never successfully been able to like date one, but I find older women so fucking attractive.
But Cam, I don't think
it's
that's
a MILF thing. I got a MILF thing.
I don't think that's the problem here, though. What is the problem here? I skimmed a little bit.
Oh no, yeah, it's the professor. It's the fact that they're your professor. That's wrong. That's not okay. It's hot. Don't get me wrong. I dig it. I get that, but not in real life.
But I'm curious what she thinks about it. So she says that she's talking 30, 35 here, right? But what does she have to say?
I know this by itself doesn't sound like that big of a problem.
Exactly.
But there is more to it.
We know.
I've never dated anyone before. Well, as we've established, I'm not into people my age, and people way older than me wouldn't even think about dating me.
Can I plug something in here real quick? I'm just putting this together. I'm almost 30. I'm fine with 20. I mean, I'm just saying, if I know what my advice is going to be. I'll save it to the end, but
Is your advice date you?
Yeah, I think it might be, but
You don't even know what this person looks like. You don't know anything about their personality other than she likes older men.
well, I can't wait to see what she has to say because I can't wait to get to know her. But I think a new rule should be we each get one ruling. You already used yours, so we get one ruling and one veto, but it counts as your ruling. So I think I have a great idea for this. But let's see how she is.
Now that I'm in college, I keep falling for my professors. It's been driving me crazy, and sometimes, especially at midnight, you know that means she's touching.
I just love that
She's rubbing fronts.
I love the specificity of what time it is. But also,
it's the coming hour.
Another thing I wanted to bring up, I could be a professor. So
no, you couldn't.
I want to hear how the story ends.
I really want to kill myself.
Oh, wild.
But I don't know how to fix it. Like, there seems to be a pattern to this.
Did this just become into a killing yourself thing? Oh, no. Cam, you should have pre-read.
What the
All right.
I wonder if she's just using that as like
she must be.
Like a figure of speech.
She said KMS. I think that means like I'm killing myself.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so she's not serious. If you are serious, if this ever gets back to you, please seek help.
Yeah, by me. Again,
No, you would only cause this woman pain.
I could fix her. She has this big scene like in parentheses right here. What's this say?
Also, crushing on people 15 plus years older than you is just sad.
No, it's not.
Challenging because at this point we will never work out, and it just turns into one-sided admiration, which leads to never finding an actual suitable person to have a relationship.
This girl breaking up with me in that paragraph? What the fuck?
Well,
I think work.
I think part of the barrier is that the people that you've found yourself attracted to that are older recently have been your professors. Now, they're not going to cross that line 9 out of 10 times. So if you're feeling that unrequited love and that it's only one-sided, that's probably a big factor. I'm sure there are other older people out there like my other host here, Brent.
Cam, I think you're not reading between the lines. This subtext here, what she just said to me personally, it's not you, it's me. Fuck you. That's such a it could work out.
Don't be offended. She could not be interested in you at all.
Come on now. We have a podcast. I mean, probably.
Fair.
All right. What else did she have to say, though? Is it more mean things about me?
I'm not saying that age gap relationships are wrong. They can definitely work out.
Okay, well, that's good.
But falling for your professor is wrong, in all caps.
You know, I could never be a professor. You know, I know people think so, but every time I tell them, no way.
Don't worry, no one has the rewind. They won't. They won't hear you back.
I can't teach people anything, right? Back me up. I tried to teach you things before.
I'm gonna continue. Please don't come at me for this. I am seeing the problem here.
Potential problem. We don't know yet.
It's not that I want to actually date my professor, really. I still have rational thinking and I won't cross lines. I'm only falling by them by myself.
With the professors, not the older men. Older men's okay.
No, I think she said she's attracted. She mentioned it before, yeah. And it sounds like she does recognize that the issue is that it's the professors.
Which is good. Continue on.
Guys, please help me out. I know this is probably very confusing because everything is a mess in my head, and I have no one to talk to because everyone seems to have a very normal love life except me. Please, I need advice. And if you can relate to this, please leave a comment too, because I would love to know that I'm not the only one suffering through this. I want to cry so much at this point.
So I got 3 things to say. One, I'm so sorry she wants to cry. We'll get back to that later. The second thing is I'm going to tackle what you just said. If you can relate to this, please have a comment. And I will actually tell a story of how I can relate to this. Okay? It's similar, right? It's not quite. Oh my God. You just hit the mic and probably fucked everything up. It's fine.
Everything's going to be just fine.
Bro, we'll be doing first episodes forever, okay? But I can relate to this, and it's a true story, and you can hopefully back me up on this, but it's slightly different, but I think you would agree that it's the same. So I'm a professor, okay? And I've been attracted, this came out so wrong, to my 20-year-old students. Wow, it really does sound bad.
No, keep going. I like this.
Now,
I love to see how your brain finally starts to work.
I know this is wrong, but help me out. I mean, it could work, right? The age isn't a problem. Like, what if she wasn't my student? Okay, we're back to it being good again. So I can relate to that, and I think you go for it, right? True story.
That just means it's okay to go after older men. That's all you're saying.
Or
which we already agreed.
Or
is okay.
if you're older and you want to go after someone like 20 to 21 years old, that's younger, and that's fine too.
I see. It seems like there's a little bit of a creepier aspect if the older person is chasing the younger person. If the younger person is chasing the older person, I think it seems better.
But what if she's into
like,
older people?
I'm not trying. Well, because that's what I'm saying. Is the older person should respect the age gap and kind of be like, maybe I shouldn't do that. But if the younger person is going, it's like, hey, 5 more minutes of this and I'm gonna get mad. From Rick and Morty, that whole thing where he's just like, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this.
But my second rule, and this is gonna be my official ruling, right? Because I don't think you're gonna convince me. But give me a chance. Reach out to No One Asked Pod. Ask specifically for Brent. Here's the thing. It's even better because I'm not 35. I'm only 30. I'm not even 30. But if that's her minimum, I'm 30. I'm whatever your minimum is. What I'm saying, give me a shot. We'll go out. I think, do you agree with that? Because
yes, I agree that you would try to take this girl out.
Oh, she has to. It's official. So that's that one. I think that's pretty easy. Yeah, don't fall in love with professors. I'm glad that you know that, but also, it's fine. Date older guys.
But also, keep in mind, you only have to have so much shame because whatever you do at midnight is up to you. If you want to think about your professor in that way, I get it. Some professors are hot,
They have a whole porn category for it.
Exactly. There's a whole porn category for it. I mean, that's where you can go if you're trying to get that rock off. But just know that's a fantasy. You got to keep the fantasy separate from real life sometimes.
So, okay, we're going to do one more, right? And I'm going to let it be up to you. You have, I think my girlfriend is lying to me about an illness.
Ooh, spicy.
We have, am I the asshole for refusing to let my girlfriend bring her dead dog's ashes on vacation? And it has 5 revisions. Or a regular at my bar got my name tattooed on his ass. What do I do? Or should I just go to the police? I'm going to tell you the answer to that one. It's you should.
Yeah. No, 9 out of 10 times always go to the police. We'll just, can I hit the hammer on that one?
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's a lot to it. But yeah, go to the police. You only get one ruling. I'll let it slide. But other than that,
let's do the tattoo one. I really want to see where that goes.
All right. Do you want me to read it? Or do you want me to read it? This is yours, but I know
I'll let you choose.
Here's the thing, Cam. I'll read it, but we know, and this is lore at this point, I can't read, but I will read it.
You know what? Let's let the people know, and then they can decide. If they don't want to hear you read anymore, they'll tell us.
This is gonna be rough. At the end of the episode too, when the edible's fucking hitting in this fucking guy.
What? All right. The edible's hitting? I don't know what you're talking about.
So this is a regular at my bar, got my name tattooed on his ass. What do I do? Now, right off the bat, why are random strangers getting tattoos? I mean, they must be close, but I don't know. Let's hear the story.
Yeah, that's definitely a strange one. I wouldn't really get anyone's face tattooed on me. Never mind a stranger at a bar.
Yeah, unless you lost a bet.
I'm not going to get a picture of you on me. I'll get a tattoo for a bet. I'm not going to get a picture of you on.
But it's going to be my name, though.
In some form, I will because we're buddies.
Because remember,
I lost
again because it's my name tattooed on his ass. You will have my name.
I thought it was a picture.
Cam, you will literally have my name tattooed on your ass within a couple of months.
That I don't give a shit about.
Okay, yeah, but so you can't say why would anyone do that when I just gave you an answer. But let's see if that's the same.
I'm saying a regular at the bar. Me and you are a lot closer than someone in a regular.
Oh, that's the disconnect. I just treat you as a regular at a bar.
I see you as my main squeeze, bro.
I see you at a regular at a bar that we started a podcast.
You're a
with.
homeboy. You're my number one. You're my big cheese.
Let's get into the story. So I, 24, male, have been working at a bar for 4 years. Okay, so it's a bar that they work at. I have known this regular, 30-something male, right? So he's in his 30s. So similar age gap, but also to that other girl he's taken, I'm going to assume. Since I started working here and have always been friends within the bar. Okay, yeah. I mean, I know regulars that go to bars and we're friends and I'm friends with the bartenders. Would never get their name tattooed on my
No,
ass.
that's a little too far.
Unless it's Derek. We love Derek.
Fuck that guy.
Anyways, but never outside the bar. So they've never hung out, right? So it's strictly business. I am straight and he is a gay dude. And as our bartender / regular relationship got more comfortable, he would often make harmless jokes that were often sexual. Gay dudes always being fucking sexual to bartenders.
That's not always.
That's a lot of the time.
No, it's sometimes.
Right. So, but this seems believable so far, right? Okay, you're straight, you're gay. That's fine. We'll be friends. We'll have that back and forth.
See, my thing.
That's it, though.
Yeah. No, my thing is, that's okay as long as he's comfortable with it. If he's comfortable with those comments or jokes being made, that's fine. If he's uncomfortable, then you set that boundary and you have to say. But I don't think he's saying that that's what's making him uncomfortable.
But right now, everything seems fine.
Yeah. Right? No, everything just seems normal at this point.
He has always been respectful outside of that and has often done nice things for me. Okay, now I think this guy might be missing some cues, but let's see. I've also been able to share problems with him. Okay, sounds like a relationship. With him. Today, I was at work and he came in business as usual. All right. We chatted about some stuff and I spoke about some stuff going on in my life. That's typical bartender talk.
Normal.
He had a couple of drinks then, and then all of a sudden disappears. All right. Typical regular behavior. He came back about an hour later laughing and telling me I wouldn't believe what he just did. I cannot wait for this. He then proceeded to slightly pull down his pants and show me a fresh tattoo of my name with a heart at the top of his ass. This is hilarious.
That is so. Here's the thing:
if he's doing it as a bit,
fucking weird thing to do, but if he is doing it as a bit, so fucking funny.
I need to know. We'll finish this because I need to know.
I would want to talk to this guy and be like, "Do you have any interest in that bartender?" And I want him to be like, "No, not at all. He's not even my type. I just think of him as a friend. This, that, and the other thing. Like that guy's my bro."
And then he goes,
got
"Look at my ass."
Tattooed to my ass, though.
Now, if he's
fucking hysterical, next level.
I need to read on because if that's, I need to know the context if we get any. But he was in shock. Clearly, I would have started laughing. I still am. I didn't even know how to react, so I kind of just laughed and then tried to get him to leave without really confronting it. Am I losing my mind? That's insane, right? Do I confront him? Ask how to get it covered up? Like, what should he do? Now, just reading that, I'm going to say, have the conversation to find out if it was a bit, let us know. Now, he does have an edit, so I'll read that first. Maybe he does let us know. But it says, edit, forgot to include that I have a girlfriend that he knows about and he has a brand new boyfriend. So I think that makes it seem like it might be a bit.
It kind of sounds like a bit at this point and at that point. So I would also say, you can't ask someone to cover up a tattoo.
No. Yeah.
That's their body. It's their choice.
Yeah. If I knew how to get that tab back up that I just deleted, I wanted to find out his name because, I mean, if I want your name tattooed on my ass, fuck you.
Also, what if he's named like not like a traditional name? Like, what if it's not John and it's like I mean, I can only think of girls' names, but like Faith. That's a tattoo. People have the name Faith tattooed on them because of like God and shit.
Yeah, this is a wild example for you though, but wild.
Okay, but like people, there are some names that are also things.
Okay, here's we can't make a ruling on this, but we need more. We're requesting more information from the parties involved. Here's what I want. I need to see that tattoo. Get the tattoo picture. Because it could.
I also want a picture of them next to each other because I feel like I need to meet these people.
Because it could be something funny like bartender John and like okay, I think you just misread you were missing the bit. Clearly, you were just missing it. That's what I want first. 2, I want to know, like, ask him why he did it. If it was like funny, like laugh about it, pretend like it's a bit, and see if it is a bit. Because here's the thing. We're going to match up. If we get those 2 pieces of evidence, we can make a ruling. Because then we can match up. If he goes, no, it's not a bit, and it's like Bartender John, and it's like him like doing like a thumbs up, it's a bit, and he's killing it. But if it's like a heart and like smiley, googly eyes, that could be, okay, maybe he just really wants you. So,
but at the end of the day, I mean, yeah, it's weird. It's not a big deal. Who the fuck cares?
Yeah, it's also not a big deal. But it is kind of funny.
No, it's hilarious. I think that it's hilarious.
Honestly, like, I think this guy's in on the bit, and he didn't have to get a permanent tattoo. So, like, he should be thankful.
Yeah, if someone, I will put this out there right now. Anyone in the world can get my name tattooed on them with a heart above it, and I will fucking laugh.
I bet you
that is hysterical.
I bet you there are so many people in prison that are going to do that and then commit more crimes, and your name is going to be front and center.
Perfect. You know how many Camerons there are? No one would ever know it's me.
Oh, no, I think we put your last name and social security number on it.
Well, that information I can't give out.
I can give it out right now.
Yeah, you know my social?
Unfortunately.
Put my social out there.
247. Nope. That's mine. That's right. But all right, so those are all the stories that I have. We're doing great for timing too.
Fantastic.
Because I mean, I did want to bring up one thing, right? Because this is going to be literally our next plan. I want to talk about future business and stuff, and then we'll get.
I love the stuff.
And then we can get back to playing more video games where you can kill all the characters.
I did not kill all of the characters. You are being dramatic.
No, you only killed half. I
didn't even kill half of them.
Just for quick context, we've been playing all like the Until Dawn, like dark picture anthology games. And if you're familiar with those, then you already know. If not, they're essentially games where you make decisions, and those decisions it's like a movie. Like they have the outcome of the character. And Cam loves to fucking kill people. You'll keep them alive all game and then kill 4 of them right off the bat.
I didn't do anything on purpose. I like to think it was positions that your characters put my characters in, and I had to deal with it. And then I had the unfortunate. I think I set you up for success, and you set me up for failure.
So how did I set you up for failure when I said, "Hey Cam, don't go down there. You're gonna die," and you go, but it's different, and then you went down there and died
because you were using reverse psychology, and that's what you wanted me to do.
And what was my play where you set everyone? I mean, I could spoil it. It's been out for like fucking forever, but Until Dawn, when you let everyone on fire at the very last second, what was my influence there?
Wait, I didn't let everyone go on fire. That happens no matter what.
He goes, no, it doesn't. He goes, don't move. And you go, run for the light switch and blow the house up.
To be fair, I'm pretty sure he was kind of telling her to light the house on fire.
Clearly not. Anyways,
I think you're just missing it.
I think we need to get back to playing those games. So I think we can wrap up episode 1, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I think so. I'd love to put out more of these bonus episodes for people. I think that would be a good. I think they'd really like just the randomness.
This could be a bonus episode. I mean, you did hit the mic and it fucked everything up. Hopefully.
What the fuck was that? Did you just hear that noise?
I don't know. It's probably someone breaking into the house. But hopefully this is a real episode. If not, look forward to it on a bonus episode. Let us know what you want to see. We want like a TikTok. We're going to get a logo. We have Ahmed doing it.
His name is not Ahmed.
I don't know. What is the name?
Pretty sure it's Ranjit.
Okay, I was close. But he's going to be making us a dope logo. We'll shout him out, right? We'll have maybe an Instagram, an X. I don't know. Depending on what they want to see. Maybe we'll have a video.
So we'll talk about the OnlyFans, I guess.
We can do the only, yeah. Let us know at nooneaskpod@gmail.com.
Nailed it.
Pretty sure that's what it is.
No, you nailed it. You nailed it. You did a great job there. But got anything else for the people?
No, I think that's it. Just stay tuned next week. It gets better, we promise.
Yeah, I mean, we know no one asked for this podcast, but we gave it to you anyway, so you might as well like and share and, send it to the people you love, the people you hate, just strangers on the street. Just go yell at people. Just scream in their faces to listen to our podcast. I'm sure they'll love it. But yeah, thanks for listening.